Oh, you joined us on a freezing cold Saturday morning, and I'm here with my assistant Ian, and we just had 8 bales of straw delivered to the pigs so they can make so they can make their bedding, because obviously it's getting a bit wet in the fields now. So obviously they break these big bales up and make them into beds, which is good. And the other bales are over here. Hello guys. There's 4 bales of that stuff there. There's also a couple of bales of haylage. It's old haylage. They can't. Well, they give it to us for nothing because the pigs will just play in it when I cut all the plastic off in a moment. And these guys are patiently waiting for their breakfast, which will be served shortly. Had their breakfast now, so they're just heating that up, and you can see they've already spread the straw around into their house. Nice and snug in there. I'll come and get that bag off you. A quick aerial shot of the pigs. There's a CT. She's taking a loaf off to have herself there. You can see how wet it is in the field. There's the other gang over there. We're waiting delivery of some more troughs and some more gates this morning as part of another project, which I will tell you about in a few seconds. This is the next project arriving. With Donut having a look out the window. Come on Donut, out of the way. Very good. 3 more troughs and 2 rather large gates, 15 footers. So all will be revealed shortly. Well, we've got 3 new troughs. They're going to go into the school later on, which makes life a hell of a lot easier, and it means that we can make it easier for Fiona in the mornings when she's feeding everybody their breakfast. It means we can actually fill those troughs up with some food and let the horses out of the stables. They can come and eat outside, which is a lot easier than handing out individual buckets. We've also purchased these rather spectacular 15 foot gates. I'll show you what they'll be doing later on when they're in position, but again that will be a big time saver for letting the horses in and out. At the moment the gates we got won't quite reach, so you have to tie hurdles to the end of them to make them stretch across, and every time you have to move them you have to untie the hurdles and move them, so it's just a real pain. Clearly this is another big financial project. These have gone up to about £200 each now, these troughs, and the gates are about £120 each plus VAT, which is obviously another 20%, so that's nice. In addition, on Wednesday we're having some hay racks dropped off. I'll show you what I mean in the stables actually. Come this way. I would say walk this way, but you're presumably seated when you're watching this. Hang on. Right, we're back in the stables now, and we're in the middle of mucking out, as you can see from the barrows. There's Mr. Peacock coming because it's too cold outside. Hello Pete, you alright? Yes, he's fine. Now, this is a hay rack. You can see the hay coming out of the top of it. And here's Marnie, who's going to talk us through the procedure for the hay rack. Oh no, it's not. Right, a hay rack, it looks like that. Now, these chaps are very useful in stables because it means you haven't got to muck about with hay nets. You can just put the hay in the top, and that's very quick, very easy. Now, that's that stable and this one over there. You can see, look, there's another one there. Look, these are the only 2 stables that have got hay racks here. All the other stables, Fiona has to do hay nets, which look like this. Here's a completed hay net, and we prepared earlier. There's this person's tea. This is Peter's stable, waiting for him to come in tonight. Now, hay nets are fine if you've got 1 or 2 to do, but when you've got a dozen or so every day to do twice, very time consuming. You've got to take the hay net down, undo it. Sometimes the knot, if your fingers is cold, you just can't get the knot undone. Open it up if you've got the skills available to open hay nets and put hay in them, because it's a bit of a bugger sometimes. Fill them with hay, carry them back to the stables, tie them up, and you're done. Now that's okay, as I say, if you've got 1 or 2. Where you've got lots and lots and lots, it's a real pain. So we have taken the decision to invest in another 12 hay racks, which me and Ian will fit. in the stables and outside when they arrive next weekend probably, and we think that's probably going to save at least 15 minutes a day, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're as pressed as Fiona is, every minute counts. The downside of them is they are £60 each plus VAT, so that's £72. Impressive, that, aren't you? So that's another obviously big expense. In fact, I've just written out a cheque this morning for £1,738.20 for the hay racks and the gates and the troughs. So we are struggling. If anybody can help, regardless of the amount, we really would appreciate your help. Any money you send in on this appeal will go towards that piece of equipment, and I'll put a PayPal link up on the website with pictures of the bits and pieces. If anybody wants to buy it, we did have this happen last time, which was really good. A couple of people bought a whole trough, and if you want to do that, or if you want to buy a half share in a trough, we'll arrange to get a little brass plaque put on the trough with your name or the name of somebody you want to remember, or a special pet. If you want, we can do that for you, as we have done with the feed bin appeal and previous trough appeals. So I'll just hand back now to Katie, who's checking this bale of muck through. You right there, Katie? Right, and there's Katie's two brothers. Here's the previously seen hay net, now with Peter in the stable. Hello Peter, have you had a nice day? Yes, good. Enjoying his bucket of food. Mr. Czar.
Ooh, 180.
It's the end of a long day at the sanctuary, and we're pretty knackered, but we like to relax at this time of day with a drink. Fiona's just going to get one. We listen to jazz. Here she comes now.
Martini?
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Cheers. Shaken, not stirred.
Absolutely. Cheers.
Cheers. Chin chin.
Just a bit more vodka next time. I'm an idiot.